Well, greetings. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Blunderbuss79 over here at Established in 8-Bit, and we are back at y'all with a brand new video. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it, and this is about the event Future Fight announced a few hours ago. It's 150 million registered global users achievement celebration event. So let's get into this. Greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. Marvel Future Fight has achieved the honor of reaching a total of 150 million registered global users thanks to the love and support of all of our agents. We are so happy and grateful to announce this news to all of our agents in celebration of achieving the total of 150 million registered users. We have prepared, get this, a selector tier 3 character as a gift. Please check out the details to receive the gift below. So this is absolutely dope. The art here is amazing, where they kind of blended in some of the symbiote and some of the old school Deadpool. You know, this is like what, 3 different updates right here. So this is dope. 150 million registered global user achievement celebration event. Distributed item selector tier 3 1. So each agent is gonna get one of these. Distribution schedule 10/5 at 1500. So this should be tomorrow at reset, because this says 10/5 and then 10/31. So we're already past the 31st. So yeah, we'll be looking for this tomorrow at reset. Can be received once per account through the inbox. So it's going to be a push notification gift tab upon first entering the game during the distribution period. Please be sure to acquire the gift within time, since the gift will only be stored for 7 days from the distribution. So if you are not playing Marvel Future Fight, if you took a break, if you are within the sound of my voice, please, if you can hear this transmission, do not miss out on a free tier 3 character, with the exception of Ant-Man, of course. So the characters that are going to be selectable are going to be the same characters that were in the 7-year anniversary selector. So we got Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Thor, Black Panther, Captain America, Sharon Rogers, Captain Marvel, Cyclops, Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Hulk, Black Bolt, Storm, Ghost Rider, Venom, Loki, Rogue, Daredevil, and Vision. Biometrics or X genes will be distributed instead when selecting a hero that you already owned as tier 3 or higher. The hero will immediately advance to tier 3 when selecting the hero that is owned with the tier 3 selector. Please be careful when using the tier 3 selector, as the results may not change. Please do not forget to receive the gift we have prepared. We will always remember that our agents are with us and trying to keep providing a better service. Thank you. So this is great right here. So let's go over who you can possibly use these things on and what'll be the best pickups for some of you guys. So jumping over here in the game, first and foremost, Captain America first on the list. He's a really solid tier 3 in this uniform. You can do World Boss with him, you can do World Boss Legend with him, but yeah, really solid pickup. Next on the list, we also have Captain America Sharon Rogers. We'll go ahead and get her out of the way. For a low level account, she's always a great pickup, but we do have characters that are better than her in the game right now and it can out DPS her by far. Ant-Man is going to be a hard pass just because the uniform is so old and the character himself really doesn't have a lot in his kit. It's got some all defense down and that's about it. Thor is also another great pickup at tier 3 if you don't have him. He is tier 4able. If you got a rage to slap on him or a CTP, a judgment, you can just go to town with this guy. Black Panther, he's gonna be an interesting pickup He should be getting a uniform with the movie, but in the trailer, the Black Panther outfit is being donned by Shuri. So we gotta kind of wait and see if they're both gonna get uniforms. It will be cool. I just hope he is at least as strong as she is, if not stronger, because if she comes to the game stronger than him, then it's gonna be a big mess. But as of right now, the way that he stands, I would go ahead and say that Black Panther is a hard pass. Spider-Man, another great pickup. He can do PvP, PvE. You can set him up with a Mighty Greed. You can set him up with a Mighty Destruction, and he'll do just fine for you in both game modes. Next on the list, we have Rogue. She is kind of dated and she is kind of outclassed, but she does put up a decent amount of DPS. So if you have every other tier 3 on the list, this may not be a bad pickup for you. You do have to have a CTP of Judgment to make her function properly. Ghost Rider. Now, Ghost Rider, you do have to have a CTP of Rage to make him function properly, but I would say he's a hard skip at this point in this uniform, the King of Hell. He does need an update at this point. This uniform doesn't have a heal and he's pretty much a glass cannon. So moving right along down the list here, we have Incredible Hulk. Now, Incredible Hulk is probably one of the best pickups from this list, even with the nerf incoming, I know, but he's really strong at tier 3 and tier 4. His damage scales with his HP, so you put a CTP or regen on this guy and you let her rip. And yeah, coming up next on the list, Black Widows, the only speed type tier 4 character in the game right now. So if you're looking to push her to tier 4, this is an excellent way to bypass that whole tier 3 thing if you're not there yet. Yeah, somebody that you may want to kind of keep an eye on depending on where you are in your roster and getting everything filled out. Loki. This is the guy that I actually picked up with the 7-year anniversary tier 3. If you do have this uniform, and all of these are with the understanding that you do have to have their latest uniform to have them perform properly. With Loki, it would be either the TVA suit or the President Loki suit. TVA is better DPS. The President Loki has more survivability. You do have to have a CTP of Rage on him in either case, I would say, in order to get him to function properly. But outside of that, yeah, Winter Soldier is a hard skip. Unfortunately, this Falcon and the Winter Soldier outfit did nothing for the character. It didn't even give him a heal. So we're just gonna go ahead and act like we didn't see that. And we got Daredevil here. Now, Daredevil still has use in PvP. If you have a Mighty Authority with the steel effect on him, at tier 3, he can still punch up and do a lot of clapping with that third skill. I don't think he's timeline meta anymore. I don't think any of the defenders are at this point, even though they still function really well as a team, especially Luke Cage. But they're more of Alliance Conquest at this point. You will be able to pull off the occasional victories in timeline with them. Yeah, Vision. This is another character that's kind of not in the best spot in the game. They designed him as kind of a leadership DPS for Wanda, and there are just other characters in the game that fulfill that function better, even with this whole 70% damage to prophetic vision, all allies 20%, and then an additional 50% to Scarlet Witch. Even with that, it's not enough for him. He is a solid standalone DPS by himself. He can do some low-level world boss legend content for you. Moving right along, but I would say, you know, as far as Vision is concerned, he would kind of be a skip. Moving right along to Captain America, the Last Avenger. She used to be ABX meta in this outfit. She could also get some stuff done for you in niche situations in timeline, and she also has the DPS to do world boss. But the fact that she still doesn't have a uniform in this outfit, even though she hits really hard in it, I would say is a hard skip. There are characters in the game that hit a lot harder than she does, and to be honest, depending on where you are in your roster, if you didn't have her built or you didn't have Cyclops built, I would say go for Cyclops, because at least you're going to get the support out of him, even though the uniform is dated as hell and you're not going to get much DPS out of him. And the other character that was going to be a hard skip is actually Black Bolt, this guy right here, leader of the Inhumans. He does have a self-buffing lead, and then if you have Medusa's support, you can get a little bit of things done with him. But this uniform's the best uniform for him, but it's so dated and so outclassed at this point, I would go ahead and say skip it unless he's one of the few tier 3s that you don't have that's on this list. Most people that don't have Storm tier 3 don't have this uniform anyway. So if that's the case, it's definitely a hard skip. This uniform is going to do the most DPS for her. It's also going to be the most utility for her in terms of a support. But at this point, that's what most people are using her for. She does a lot of DPS for things like dispatch missions. And, you know, if you're pushing that sort of content, she can push a little bit further than Loki right now. The furthest I was able to push with her with my cards was 12-3. So you do have to kind of take that into account. And yeah, now the piece de resistance, last but not least, is gonna be my man King in Black, Venom, right here. Recently got a tier 4 with symbiote invasion, and the uniform that he got at the beginning of this month does Gugobs of DPS. Not sure if he's proc friendly though, but I know he does function with the CTP of Rage. So I'm personally banking on using my tier 3 on him. For me, it was out of Daredevil, him, or Black Bolt, because those are the only 3 that I would give any consideration to. I do not still have Cyclops tier 3, but I got his gears at level 70 and 25. I'm not going to lose all of that equity in there. And I advise you guys to also consider that when you're tier 3 in a character, if they're close to being tier 3 already. But yeah, that's how it pretty much shakes out for me. Venom and Hulk would be the primary picks if you don't have either of those characters, as they are tier 4. Spider-Man is also going to be really up there, probably neck and neck right there with Thor, just because of his utility and versatility. And then outside of that, I would say I would start looking really hard at everybody else on this list besides maybe Iron Man. But y'all let me know what y'all think, and let me know who you guys plan to use this tier 3 selector that Netmarble has blessed the game with for the 150 millionth. Whoever the 150 millionth agent is, brother, thank you. And peace.